Hello, friends. Welcome back to PMP Exam Express. I am Mark, your host. We have questions that will help prepare for your exam. They are based on Agile Practice Guide. The answer sections references the Agile Practice Guide to help with studying key concepts. Before we begin, please like, subscribe, and share our content. Let us begin. 1. Which of the following best describes the Agile mindset? A. Focusing on creating a detailed project plan before execution. B. Emphasizing working solutions, collaboration, and adaptability. C. Relying on strict processes and documentation for project success. D. Avoiding customer involvement until the project is completed. Answer: B. Emphasizing working solutions, collaboration, and adaptability. Explanation: Agile promotes flexibility, responsiveness to change, and continuous delivery of value. Unlike traditional approaches that focus heavily on upfront planning, Agile prioritizes collaboration, customer involvement, and delivering working solutions. 2. According to Agile principles, what is the best way to measure progress? A. The number of requirements completed. B. The completion of project documentation. C. The amount of working software delivered. D. The number of meetings conducted. Answer: C. The amount of working software delivered. Explanation: Agile measures progress by evaluating working deliverables rather than focusing on documentation or meetings. The key metric is the functionality that provides value to the customer. Which Agile framework focuses on continuous flow and limits work in progress? WIP. A. Scrum. B. Kanban. C. Extreme Programming. XP. D. SAFe. Answer: B. Kanban. Explanation: Kanban is designed for continuous delivery and focuses on visualizing work, limiting work in progress, WIP, and improving efficiency and workflow. Unlike Scrum, which works in time-boxed sprints, Kanban allows for continuous task completion. 4. In Scrum, who is responsible for maximizing the value of the product? A. Scrum Master. B. Development Team. C. Product Owner. D. Project Manager. Answer: C. Product Owner. Explanation: The product owner is responsible for defining and prioritizing the product backlog to ensure the team works on the highest value features first. 5. What is the primary purpose of a user story in Agile? A. To define technical specifications. B. To capture detailed design documents. C. To describe features from an end-user perspective. D. To track project costs. Answer: C. To describe features from an end-user perspective. Explanation: User stories are written from the perspective of an end user and focus on delivering value. They follow a simple format. As a user, I want to action so that benefit. 6. What technique is commonly used for Agile estimation? A. Earned Value Management, EVM. B. Critical Path Method, CPM. C. Story Points. D. Monte Carlo Simulation. Answer: C. Story Points explanation. Story points are a relative measure of effort and complexity used in Agile teams to estimate work. They are assigned based on past experience and discussion among the team. 7. What is the main purpose of a sprint review in Scrum? A. To evaluate team performance. B. To inspect the product increment and gather feedback. C. To discuss team conflicts. D. To update project documents. Answer: B. To inspect the product increment and gather feedback. Explanation: the sprint review is a collaborative event where stakeholders review the latest product increment, provide feedback, and discuss future priorities. 8. Which Agile practice ensures that code is always in a deployable state? A. Pair programming. B. Test-driven development. TDD. C. Continuous integration. CI. D. Stand-up meetings. Answer: C. Continuous integration, CI. Explanation: continuous integration ensures that new code is frequently merged, tested, and maintained in a deployable state, reducing integration issues. 9. Agile teams are usually A. Self-organizing and cross-functional. B. Large and hierarchical. C. Governed by strict documentation policies. D. Required to follow a detailed project schedule. Answer: A. Self-organizing and cross-functional. Explanation: Agile teams manage their own work and include all necessary skills to deliver a working product without relying on external teams. 10. What is the primary responsibility of the Scrum Master? A. Assigning tasks to team members. B. Removing impediments and coaching the team. C. Managing budgets and schedules. D. Approving deliverables. Answer: B. Removing impediments and coaching the team. Explanation: the Scrum Master serves as a servant leader, ensuring the team works efficiently by removing obstacles and promoting Agile best practices. 11. What does a burn-down chart track in Agile? A. Remaining work over time. B. Cost performance index. C. Stakeholder satisfaction. D. Defect density. Answer: A. Remaining work over time. Explanation: a burn-down chart visually represents the amount of work left to complete versus the time remaining in a sprint. 12. What is a key metric for tracking Agile team velocity? A. Number of hours worked. B. Number of tasks completed. C. Story points delivered per iteration. D. Number of meetings attended. Answer: C. Story points delivered per iteration. Explanation: velocity measures the number of story points completed in each sprint, helping teams estimate future work capacity. 13. Mark is a Scrum Master facilitating a sprint planning session. The development team is hesitant to commit to a set number of user stories due to uncertainties in the requirements. What should Mark do? A. Encourage the team to commit to a fixed number of user stories. B. Remind the team that Agile embraces uncertainty and allow them to plan based on available knowledge. C. Escalate the issue to senior management for guidance. D. Cancel the sprint planning session until requirements are clearer. Answer: B. Remind the team that Agile embraces uncertainty and allow them to plan based on available knowledge. Explanation: Agile teams work with evolving requirements. The Scrum Master should encourage the team to estimate based on current understanding and adapt as they progress. 14. Priya is a product owner for a fintech startup. A stakeholder insists on adding a high-priority feature in the middle of a sprint. What should Priya do first? A. Accept the request and add it to the sprint backlog. B. Ask the Scrum Master to force the team to include the feature. C. Explain the Agile framework and suggest adding it to the next sprint backlog. D. Cancel the current sprint and start over with new priorities. Answer: C. Explain the Agile framework and suggest adding it to the next sprint backlog. Explanation: changes should be introduced at the sprint planning stage. Mid-sprint changes can disrupt progress, so it's best to consider the new feature in the next sprint. 15. During a sprint retrospective, Luis, a senior developer, complains that the team is frequently getting blocked by dependencies on another team. What should the Scrum Master do? A. Escalate the issue to management immediately. B. Ignore the concern and proceed with the next sprint. C. Encourage the team to identify ways to minimize dependencies and collaborate with the other team. D. Assign a team member to resolve all dependencies before the sprint starts. Answer: C. Encourage the team to identify ways to minimize dependencies and collaborate with the other team. Explanation: Agile teams should be self-organizing and proactive in resolving impediments. The Scrum Master should facilitate discussions on reducing dependencies. 16. Jenna, a product owner, notices that the team is completing fewer story points per sprint than before. The developers say the stories are too complex. What should she do? A. Break down large stories into smaller, manageable ones. B. Ask developers to work extra hours to complete stories. C. Increase the team size to speed up progress. D. Reduce the sprint duration. Answer: A. Break down large stories into smaller, manageable ones. Explanation: Agile promotes iterative development, and large user stories should be broken down to ensure steady progress and continuous delivery. 17. Raj is a Scrum Master and notices that his team skips daily stand-ups. What should he do? A. Cancel the stand-ups if the team finds them unnecessary. B. Enforce strict attendance rules. C. Explain the importance of daily stand-ups and encourage participation. D. Replace stand-ups with detailed email updates. Answer: C. Explain the importance of daily stand-ups and encourage participation. Explanation: stand-ups improve team collaboration and problem-solving. The Scrum Master should ensure the team understands their value rather than enforcing attendance. 18. Susan is leading a Kanban team and notices that work in progress, WIP limits, are frequently ignored. What should she do? A. Increase WIP limits so more work can be done. B. Reinforce the importance of WIP limits and discuss with the team. C. Ask management to set strict rules on WIP limits. D. Ignore WIP limits since the team is working fast. Answer: B. Reinforce the importance of WIP limits and discuss with the team. Explanation: WIP limits help prevent bottlenecks and ensure a steady workflow. The team should understand and respect these limits. 19. Ahmed, a new developer on the team, struggles with pair programming. How should the Agile coach assist? A. Remove pair programming from the team's process. B. Assign him solo tasks to avoid stress. C. Pair him with an experienced developer for support. D. Ask him to learn on his own before pairing. Answer: C. Pair him with an experienced developer for support. Explanation: pair programming enhances knowledge sharing and code quality. A more experienced team member can help Ahmed adjust. 20. During a release planning meeting, stakeholders keep changing requirements. What should the product owner do? A. Accept all changes immediately. B. Reject changes to maintain stability. C. Prioritize changes based on business value and impact. D. Let the Scrum Master decide. Answer: C. Prioritize changes based on business value and impact. Explanation: Agile is adaptable, but changes should be prioritized based on customer value to ensure the most important work is completed first. 21. David is a Scrum Master working with a distributed team across different time zones. Daily stand-ups are difficult to schedule. What should he do? A. Remove daily stand-ups since they are inconvenient. B. Schedule stand-ups at a time that works for most members and allow asynchronous updates for others. C. Conduct stand-ups only once a week. D. Ask everyone to attend live meetings, regardless of time zone challenges. Answer: B. Schedule stand-ups at a time that works for most members and allow asynchronous updates for others. Explanation: Agile encourages flexibility and team collaboration. Teams can use asynchronous updates, e.g., chat or recorded updates, if live stand-ups aren't feasible. 22. Maria is a product owner and notices that developers are not following the acceptance criteria for user stories. What should she do? A. Ask developers to complete work quickly and focus on speed. B. Work with the team to clarify acceptance criteria during backlog refinement. C. Accept incomplete work and fix issues in the next sprint. D. Remove user stories that are too difficult. Answer: B. Work with the team to clarify acceptance criteria during backlog refinement. Explanation: Acceptance criteria define the expected outcome of a user story. Collaborating during backlog refinement ensures everyone understands requirements. 23. A stakeholder asks Tom, an Agile coach, for a detailed project plan with fixed deadlines. What should Tom do? A. Explain Agile's iterative approach and provide a release roadmap instead. B. Create a detailed Gantt chart and update it weekly. C. Commit to fixed deadlines without considering team velocity. D. Reject the request and ignore the stakeholder. Answer: A. Explain Agile's iterative approach and provide a release roadmap instead. Explanation: Agile prioritizes flexibility and working software over rigid planning. A roadmap provides a high-level view without locking in unrealistic deadlines. 24. Linda, a QA engineer, complains that testing is always rushed at the end of a sprint. What should the team do? A. Shift testing earlier in the sprint using continuous integration practices. B. Extend the sprint to allow more testing time. C. Assign more testers to speed up testing. D. Reduce the scope of testing. Answer: A. Shift testing earlier in the sprint using continuous integration practices. Explanation: testing should be integrated into the development process rather than left until the end. Continuous integration helps ensure quality throughout the sprint. 25. A senior manager asks Jordan, a Scrum Master, for a report on individual team member performance. What should Jordan do? A. Provide detailed individual performance metrics. B. Explain that Agile focuses on team performance, not individual metrics. C. Ask each team member to submit their own performance reports. D. Secretly track team members' performance and report back. Answer: B. Explain that Agile focuses on team performance, not individual metrics. Explanation: Agile promotes collaboration over individual performance. Metrics should focus on team outcomes rather than individual contributions. 26. Jake, a developer, finds that frequent requirement changes are disrupting the team's progress. What is the best approach to handle this? A. Stop accepting changes to maintain stability. B. Encourage continuous feedback and prioritize changes based on value. C. Only accept changes after coding is completed. D. Ask management to prevent further changes. Answer: B. Encourage continuous feedback and prioritize changes based on value explanation. Agile is designed to accommodate changing requirements. Teams should prioritize changes that add the most value. 27. Sarah, a project manager, is transitioning her team to Agile. Some team members resist the change. How should she address their concerns? A. Force them to adopt Agile practices immediately. B. Involve them in discussions and provide training on Agile benefits. C. Replace resistant team members with new ones. D. Let them continue working in their old way while others adopt Agile. Answer: B. Involve them in discussions and provide training on Agile benefits. Explanation: Change management is essential in Agile adoption. Educating and involving the team increases buy-in and reduces resistance. 28. Mike, a product owner, receives conflicting priorities from multiple stakeholders. What should he do? A. Implement all requests to keep everyone happy. B. Prioritize features based on business value and user needs. C. Let the development team decide which features to build first. D. Ignore stakeholder input and follow his own judgment. Answer: B. Prioritize features based on business value and user needs. Explanation: The product owner is responsible for prioritizing the backlog based on value. Stakeholder input should be balanced with business goals. 29. During a sprint demo, the client requests major changes to a delivered feature. What should the Agile team do? A. Reject the request to maintain stability. B. Add the changes to the product backlog and prioritize accordingly. C. Implement the changes immediately, even if it delays the next sprint. D. Escalate the issue to senior management. Answer: B. Add the changes to the product backlog and prioritize accordingly. Explanation: Agile teams incorporate feedback by adding new requirements to the backlog and prioritizing them based on value. 30. A team using Kanban has a bottleneck in the testing phase. What should they do? A. Increase the WIP limit in the testing column. B. Identify and resolve the root cause of the bottleneck. C. Move developers to the testing phase. D. Stop working on new tasks until the bottleneck clears. Answer: B. Identify and resolve the root cause of the bottleneck. Explanation: in Kanban, teams should analyze workflow bottlenecks and address inefficiencies to maintain a steady pace. 31. Lisa, a Scrum Master, notices that team members are afraid to speak up in retrospectives. What should she do? A. Provide a safe environment where feedback is encouraged. B. Skip retrospectives since the team isn't engaging. C. Report quiet team members to management. D. Force team members to share feedback. Answer: A. Provide a safe environment where feedback is encouraged. Explanation: Agile promotes a culture of openness. The Scrum Master should foster a safe space for honest feedback. 32. A client wants a detailed project timeline before work begins. How should an Agile team respond? A. Provide a high-level roadmap with iterative planning. B. Create a fixed, detailed timeline and follow it strictly. C. Refuse to provide any estimates. D. Plan everything upfront in a waterfall approach. Answer: A. Provide a high-level roadmap with iterative planning. Explanation: Agile planning is adaptive. Teams use roadmaps and release plans instead of rigid timelines. 33. A company is transitioning to Agile and wants to implement safe, scaled Agile framework. The leadership team asks how governance will work. What should you advise? A. Governance should be handled only at the team level. B. SAFE uses a lean governance approach that balances flexibility with oversight. C. Governance is not necessary in Agile frameworks. D. Traditional governance structures should be maintained while adopting Agile. Answer: B. SAFE uses a lean governance approach that balances flexibility with oversight. Explanation: SAFE, Scaled Agile Framework, incorporates lean governance principles to ensure oversight while allowing adaptability. 34. An Agile team is struggling with cross-team dependencies in a large program. What should they do? A. Escalate all dependencies to management. B. Use dependency mapping and coordinate through a scrum of scrums. C. Avoid working on features that require dependencies. D. Assign a project manager to track dependencies manually. Answer: B. Use dependency mapping and coordinate through a scrum of scrums. Explanation: in large Agile programs, teams should proactively manage dependencies through collaboration, visual tools, and scaling techniques like scrum of scrums. 35. A product owner insists on refining the entire backlog up front before development begins. What is the biggest risk of this approach? A. It leads to excessive documentation and delays actual development. B. The team may lose interest in the project. C. The backlog may become too large for stakeholders to understand. D. Developers will not be able to estimate story points accurately. Answer: A. It leads to excessive documentation and delays actual development. Explanation: Agile emphasizes progressive elaboration, refining backlog items just in time instead of upfront. This keeps requirements adaptable to change. 36. A development team is adopting test-driven development, TDD. What is the expected outcome? A. Increased defect rates in early sprints. B. Longer release cycles. C. Higher initial effort but improved code quality and maintainability. D. Elimination of the need for user acceptance testing. Answer: C. Higher initial effort but improved code quality and maintainability. Explanation: TDD improves software quality but requires extra effort upfront to write tests before development. 37. A client demands fixed scope, budget, and timeline in an Agile contract. What type of contract is most suitable? A. Fixed price contract. B. Time and materials contract. C. Agile contracts using incremental delivery and shared risk models. D. No contract, since Agile projects don't use contracts. Answer: C. Agile contracts using incremental delivery and shared risk models. Explanation: Agile contracts balance flexibility with business needs, often using adaptive pricing or phased delivery agreements. 38. A development team frequently misses sprint goals due to unclear requirements. What should the Scrum Master do first? A. Escalate the issue to senior management. B. Work with the product owner to improve backlog refinement sessions. C. Extend the sprint duration to allow more time for requirement clarification. D. Remove user stories that are unclear. Answer: B. Work with the product owner to improve backlog refinement sessions. Explanation: Backlog refinement ensures clear and actionable user stories before sprint planning. 39. An Agile team is delivering value consistently, but leadership wants proof that Agile is increasing business outcomes. Which KPI is most relevant? A. Story points completed per sprint. B. Customer satisfaction and business value delivered. C. Number of retrospectives held. D. Number of Agile ceremonies conducted. Answer: B. Customer satisfaction and business value delivered. Explanation: Agile success is measured by business impact and customer value, not just velocity. 40. A stakeholder keeps requesting changes mid-sprint. How should the Agile team handle this? A. Accept all changes to maintain flexibility. B. Reject all changes to maintain focus. C. Add changes to the backlog and prioritize in the next sprint. D. Adjust sprint scope on a case-by-case basis without a formal process. Answer: C. Add changes to the backlog and prioritize in the next sprint. Explanation: Agile welcomes change, but mid-sprint changes should be handled through backlog prioritization to maintain sprint commitments. We have done 40 questions based on Agile Practice Guide. Use the references and the explanations to the answers. This will help in understanding Agile concepts as you prepare for your exam. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. All the best with your exam preparations.